Yes guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Spurs Talk Show. Sean Butler here. We're at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in one of the best seats in the house, literally on the halfway line in the tunnel enclosure, tunnel club. A wonderful night of experience for Tottenham, but a terrible night of football. First half was just too comfortable. I think I haven't seen the stats, but I'd imagine in the first 25 minutes we had about 90% possession, guys. It was all too easy. We got the first goal, and then we never really looked like we were desperate for the second goal. It all looked like it felt too easy. And I was saying to Danny, who took me here, I was saying to him, if you don't get this second goal, then you know what's going to happen, or what could easily happen. And we tried and progressed through the first half. It all felt just like we were running through the process. It felt to me like it was a fait accompli, that everyone was just on board with being happy with a 1-0 situation. It didn't really feel like we were trying that hard. A couple of chances late on in the first half. Nothing really massively to write home about from my memory. And my memory's a little bit clouded, if I'm honest. But ultimately we go in 1-0 at half time, and I said to Danny and the people we were talking to, Michael Dawson, Ledley King, Gary Mabbott, Chris Hughton, Gus Poyet. I met some wonderful people tonight, wonderful faces and superstars of Tottenham. I think we all agree we needed that second goal. The second goal in the game was going to be the difference, going to be the kingmaker, and West Ham got it early on. From then on, they sat back and sat in deep. You know, in the first half, I was used to seeing Vicario literally stood almost on the outside of the centre circle. He was so high. All 21 of 22 players were in the West Ham half. Second half, same story, but West Ham put the entire 11 players inside almost inside their penalty box, and it's impossible to break them down when we were moving the ball so slowly in the second half. There was no penetration, no creativity. It was just passing the ball around, looking for something, but that was never going to open up. So many times we were putting the ball down the right hand side, trying to find a creative opening. It never arrived, and then eventually there would be a misplaced pass. Eventually the misplaced pass would come, and West Ham break, and West Ham go again. And West Ham have got players. They have Kudos, they have Gerard Bowen, Paquetá, Ward-Prowse. You know, they have them, Alvarez. They have too many players, Souček. They have too many players that are competent and capable of playing this sort of football. You sit in deep and you wait and you wait and you wait for a mistake, and when the mistake comes, you move on it. And that's what they did, and fair play to West Ham. They were terrible in the first half, terrible. Tottenham were all over them, but didn't do anything after we got the first goal. We didn't do anything. We had a couple of chances here or there, a couple of good saves. Second half, we pushed and we huffed and we puffed, but we didn't have any chance of blowing their house down. We were a meek little Red Riding Hood wolf. Nothing came of it, and West Ham broke, and they got the second goal, and the West Ham faithful were mad, noisy. Listen, I don't know what to say. I've got question marks over the substitutions. I don't know why. Like, Lo Celso looked a little bit off it in the second half. I think he's running out of steam. It's for the third game running. He's been brought off Ollie Skip. Ollie Skip did nothing. Richarlison, from what I could see, didn't do much. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm emotional. I've also participated in an incredible evening behind the scenes here, so you know, maybe I've missed some bits and pieces, and let me know in the comments. But my take on it is that we should have got more. We should have used our supremacy in the first half and got a second goal. You get the second goal, it's game over. We didn't, and you know what can happen. West Ham defended like beavers and defended very, very well. You know, they were good beavers. Can't fault them. Knew it was a risky one. I said it was a tricky one. And ultimately, guys, I am devastated, you know. Devastated with the scenario, devastated with the result. It's really, really upset me tonight. I thought Tottenham were going to get there. I thought Tottenham would get this done and sit level points with Manchester City. I spoke to Gus Poyet and said, what's wrong? What's happened in the second half? And he basically said, too many injuries, not enough options. And I think he's right. We had nowhere to go on the bench. Veliz, Richarlison, Brian Hill. When a team wants to sit in against Tottenham, we don't have the skill set right now to break them down with this particular version of ourselves. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So I'm not sure what else to say, really. In terms of the squad selection from Højbjerg, he picked Davies and Romero. That made sense to me. Obviously Porro, I thought Porro was decent, always trying, always tenacious. I thought Udogie was good, always doing what he could to get back involved in the game. He decided to go with Højbjerg. I think that might have been the issue. You know, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Listen, when I'm in these scenarios, these post-match fan shows, when I'm watching from the stadium and in these sorts of environments, I'm not entirely sure if I'm watching the same game as you guys are at home. So I might be wrong about this stuff. So let me know. But I feel like Højbjerg, Bissouma and Lo Celso didn't offer us enough in the midfield three, and we didn't change it up quickly enough. So it was always going to be a struggle. It was always going to be a struggle. I saw Brennan Johnson do a couple of bits, try and take players on. I thought Decky was busy. Again, there's just, and I thought, I don't know, Sonny to me today didn't really feel like, from what I was watching, and again, may well get a lot of my comments here wrong, and you might let me know in the comment section that I was watching a different game to you, and that's fair enough. But for me, I just thought the front three were a little bit toothless today. A couple of bits here and there, but there's just no ability to break down that low block in the second half. And David Moyes, you know, played a blinder. Played a blinder. West Ham are a good team, but Tottenham should be able to do it, even with the 11 we put on the pitch. I don't necessarily think the 11 was the right 11. I would have liked to have seen Brian Hill start on the left, Decky start on the right, or Richarlison start on the left. Brennan Johnson on the right, Hill or Richarlison on the left, Decky in the 10, Lo Celso in the 8. He went with Højbjerg instead, and I think that the whole thing lacked a little bit of creativity. First half we were okay, just didn't get enough out of the game. Second half it was absolutely shocking from my opinion and from my perspective. Guys, if we play like that against Newcastle, then we're losing that game as well. Newcastle are better than West Ham. Tottenham are better than West Ham. Tactically, we were out-muscled today. Tactically, it was very impressive from West Ham. Did what they needed to do. Stayed in the game in the first half and had a real crack at us in the second half. Yeah. Listen, I've had a wonderful night either way. Shout out to Danny Hall and to Tom Hall and to the Tunnel Club. You'll be seeing my matchday vlog tomorrow, hopefully, when I get home. But yeah, let me know if I've missed anything. But massive letdown, and I'm pretty furious. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.